So today, what we're going to do is basically look at some of my favorite productivity hacks that have helped me scale to multiple seven figures with my agency, and hopefully you can implement them yourself. These are very actionable ways to basically save you thousands of hours, and it's what's working for me right now. So one of the first methods that I would highly recommend, and I just want to get straight into it, we're not going to mess around here, is actually using something like this, which is a daily performance tracker. Now, I'm just going to share my screen and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Let's get into it. And essentially what I do every single day, it's going to sound crazy, but it helps me manage myself, manage my energy, and make sure that I'm on the right track, is basically track, okay, the day number, the date, what time I wake up, how long I slept for, my start time, exercise, and basically I'm tracking all the key metrics that would help me be more productive in my day-to-day activities, including how many hours I've worked. Now, why would I do that? Because then I can basically figure out, okay, how well am I performing and what were the inputs that got the outputs, right? So I know, okay, sometimes if I only sleep like 6 hours, I'm nowhere near as effective when it comes to doing my work, which means that I'm going to waste a lot of time, which means that I'm going to be less productive. And obviously that will hurt you when you're trying to scale your agency and get more clients in. Even if you're a freelancer, that's really going to hurt you. And so what I can do is just fill this in every single day. I even track like what time I sleep, how well I would rate my performance percentage out of 100%. And each step of this process is designed to help me optimize and figure out, okay, what am I doing right and what can I improve, right? And then I also track, okay, what am I grateful for in the morning? Because obviously when you're an agency owner and you're constantly focused on like MMR or how much money you're making or your profits or how well your YouTube videos are performing, you have to figure out, okay, what am I actually grateful for along the journey? Because that helps you enjoy and celebrate the wins. And that's also how I end the day, is I track my wins. I also track, okay, what are 3 things that I can control today that would make it great? So for example, like recording a YouTube video or setting up a new system to get more leads in, or even going to the gym, something like that. And then finally, in each day here, I will track and put 3 ways that I can improve so that the following day and the day after that, etc., I'm always getting better, I'm always improving. And this is basically how I've iterated across years and years and years to build up a team of 70 people in my agency, to land more clients, to build one of the biggest SEO channels on YouTube. And by improving and constantly iterating, day one, even if you are absolutely the worst person in the world at running an agency, by day 300, you're going to be insane because you have found 3 ways every single day. So that's 900 improvements in total that are very high leverage to increase your wealth, to increase your business, and to keep growing it, right? And I think that's why the performance tracker is so powerful. I'm actually going to include a link to that inside my free agency course. You'll get that in the comments below, and I hope that helps you. So we've covered the performance tracker and how to basically improve your energy, manage your time. And one of the next things that I would highly recommend doing is creating a custom GPT for pretty much every single process you have and every single thing that you work on day to day. And let me give you an example of that, right? So I have a copywriting machine right here. So if I need to create, say, a social media post on my website or, on Facebook or whatever Facebook group, or even if my team does, then I know I'm going to be writing stuff all day, every day, right? If I'm doing it all myself manually. So what I can actually do is just give a custom GPT like this that I've trained personally on my favorite processes to write the sales copy for me, right? So for example, if I'm building out, I don't know, let's say it's my agency mastermind, right? I can show you an example of that. So if we pull up this agency mastermind right here, you'll see that there's a lot of copywriting inside the page, right? And this obviously makes us money when people buy from our agency mastermind or our SEO mastermind, as you can see. And so what I can do is I can copy all of this content right here, paste it into the copywriting custom GPT and say, do your magic on this. And as you'll see, what it's going to do is take the basics of what I have, the overall block of content that describes it, and turn it into something that's a lot more interesting and captures people's attention, as you can see right here, right? And so it's rewritten my content so it's a lot more interesting. It's given me some really interesting headings, as you can see. So for example, Julian is an SEO wizard, or quality links that skyrocketed, rankings, etc. It's giving me some crazy headlines that will capture people's attention so they land on the page. And then I can use that for every single platform that I have, right? So not just for my sales pages on my funnels, but also, for example, on Twitter or LinkedIn or my Facebook SEO group. I'll pull that up as well, just to show you some examples, right? So if you look at the way this content is written, it's much more interesting than your average Twitter post. And this was only posted a couple of hours ago today. It's already got 1,700 views, as you can see. So using this process, you can basically dress up your content. But the main thing that I'm trying to show you here is that for every single process that you do day to day in your business, you should have a custom GPT like this one right here that's custom trained on the process so that it can create that copywriting or automate that process for you in literally 2 minutes, rather than you doing it yourself every single time and spending an hour or 2 hours, or your whole team spending like 8 hours on it, right? Now, if you want to learn how to do that, all you do is on ChatGPT Plus, you go to Explore GPTs over here, then you would hit create, and then you just tell the custom GPT exactly what you want it to do. And if you want to see some examples of how I've done that in my own business right here, you can see all these custom GPTs that I've created personally, right? So for example, my client retention coach, or my profits coach GPT, my free keyword extractor, my Julian Goldie GPT, etc. Pretty much every single thing that you can imagine in my business, I've automated using custom GPTs, and I would highly recommend you do this yourself, because it's just a no-brainer. Every single time you create a custom GPT for any process that you want to automate, you're saving yourself at least 30 minutes, maybe an hour, and you can just rinse and repeat it and bookmark it over and over and over again. So far we have covered my performance tracker and how that can basically help you, improve by like, I don't know, 100x in 1 month, right? If you get 3 ideas every single day to improve your productivity, then by the end of the month, that's 90 different, I don't know, maybe nearly 100 different ways to improve. Or if you've got my custom GPTs right here and you've built your own as well and automated all the processes, then you've saved yourself at least, I don't know, 10 or 20 hours a week by doing that too. So we've covered custom GPTs, we've covered my performance tracker. What I would also recommend, and this is a basic one, but I see a lot of people not doing it, is having a password delegator, right? So you can get something like Dashlane Password Manager. I use this across my business, and basically what I can do is I can create an account that I own personally, but then as an agency owner, when I'm delegating to my team, I can share passwords with them. And also if our clients want to share stuff with us, then they can send the password via Dashlane. And that means that no one in your team can actually change the password on your accounts. So I can give people access to, say, my Twitter, and they can't go in and change the account and steal the account, right? And this is really powerful, because essentially what you're doing is just saving yourself copying and pasting and finding the passwords. You're saving yourself all the time that could be wasted if someone changes your password, and it just helps you keep track of everything. It saves a lot of time when you're delegating access. And these days, with the amount of different software and SaaS and social media profiles that we have, it can be really time consuming to manage all your passwords. So that's just an easy way to save yourself a lot of time. And so just to recap, we have covered my performance tracker, ChatGPT, Dashlane password delegation. I also want to talk about time audits. Now, this is something that is extremely basic, but totally underrated. And basically what I have on my daily checklist every day, I'll come on to that later, is essentially a link inside my daily checklist. It says something like time audit, and it's right at the top of my daily checklist. So I check this every single day. And at the top of that time audit, it would have a link to a stopwatch on Google, which people can just click on and start measuring how long they're taking on the task. So for example, like a YouTube video might take an hour. And then additionally, a link to a time audit sheet that would look, I don't know, I think this is one that I actually started working on this morning. Yeah, so you can see, for example, all my tasks on the 15th of Feb. Here's what I did. Here's how many minutes I spent on it. Here's the ROI. And here's whether I should delegate, eliminate, automate, or keep doing it, right? And from here, you can easily get a feel for how long are you spending on each task, what are you wasting time on, etc. So for example, for me yesterday, I saw earlier on in the week, I was spending way too much time creating Facebook posts. I was like, I'm going to record that, put it into an SOP, and then give it to my team so that they can easily figure out how to do it themselves instead of me doing it every single time, which means I save myself 10 minutes every day. And therefore, across a week, I save an hour. Across a month, I save 4 hours. And that's 4 hours that I can use to invest in my business and put into something higher leverage that's going to make us more money, right? And that's how you quickly scale and grow your agency to 7 figures. So just to recap, we have covered the performance tracker, ChatGPT and custom GPTs, Dashlane. We've also covered time audits and daily checklists. And that's pretty much all I've got time for today. But if you want to get more information on this, if you want to get the templates for my time audits or my performance tracker, etc., what I'm actually going to do is include that inside my free agency course, which is designed to help you get more leads, more traffic, more sales to your agency so that you can grow it and scale it and make more money. Now, this is really a free course you can check out, right? It's got loads of video tutorials based on all the systems that are working for me right now. Would highly recommend checking out. I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like in a second. So let's go on to here, and I'll take all the notes from today and put that into a productivity section right here. Let me create a new category right here. It's going to be called productivity. You can get access to it. Link is in the comments in the description, and I will hit save on that. Let's pull it up right now, and yeah, just check it out, because you can implement these hacks right away. You've got all the templates inside this free course, and you can start using it as soon as you want, right? So the SOP is going to be right here, as you can see. So you got the video notes, you got a link to my performance tracker, for example. I'm going to hit publish like so. And yeah, feel free to get that. Now, if you're an SEO agency and you really want to scale, you want to make more money, you want to get more clients, but in a simplified way that doesn't overwhelm you, right? Then basically you can get my whole roadmap. And we've already got a really good community of agency owners inside there. So if you want to join, you get over 52 coaching Q&A sessions with me, one each week. You'll get a 6-week power course on how to scale your agency. You'll be able to cancel anytime, so you're absolutely not locked in. You'll get weekly action plans, basically a step-by-step guide to conquering agency life. And this is no fluff or filler, it's just actionable ways to grow. You get a continuous learning and thriving agency community, and you basically join a mastermind of high-level ambitious agencies, and we're all dedicated and determined to scale and reach our goals with growing agencies. It's only $300 a month. You can imagine how much money you can make from scaling your agency, so feel free to get that. I'm going to put a link to that directly inside the chat right here, so feel free to get that. And yeah, thanks very much for watching. Hope this helped you. So yeah, if you want access to the free course or the agency mastermind, links are in the comments and description. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.